Walk away. Tomorrow's another day. Actually, for me, it's more like it's a beautiful day. Duh, 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 to let it get away. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Savage Cash. Here with me, Suppoman, your superhero of cryptocurrency, again a provider of optimism and happiness on a day which must look like one of the most depressing days in cryptocurrency this year. January started off being one of the great kind of explosive starts I've ever seen for anything, let alone cryptocurrency. And cryptocurrency just came smashing out of the blocks and it was darting towards all-time highs. Okay, Bitcoin was, not doing so well, but all the altcoins were really rising. And then now we have got a state where everything is pretty much down, except for the ones I called out yesterday. But most cryptocurrencies are down. What do you do? Is cryptocurrency over? If you're excited to know what my opinions are regarding this, then smash up the likes in excitement and anticipation, or even in depression, whichever makes you happy. And secondly, I'm going to be talking about a potential hot ICO. What is this ICO, you wonder? So, if you're excited to learn about both of these things, smash up the likes. Smash up the likes. Let me just make sure that I am actually live. Somebody actually commented yesterday that I only checked 8 minutes in. The microphone seems to be on. Let me just have a look. Somebody actually commented yesterday. Yes, I am live. So smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Before I get started, also subscribe if you haven't yet subscribed. I want to be beating Trevon James, hopefully by the weekend. He's on like 137,000 subscribers. I'm on 118,000. Let's see if I can smash him up. So, if you were watching last night, you will have heard the very grim news about BitConnect, the cryptocurrency that I have always stood against, and always stood against the YouTubers that were saying you should get involved in BitConnect. This is how you can, live an incredible life, live on an island, have a Lambo, have Rolexes, all this kind of thing. And now it's come crashing down on them, as well as all the people that they persuaded to get in with the system. So if you saw me last night, you probably would have seen that I was quite harsh on Mr. Trevon James. But to be honest, he deserved it, and so does Ryan Hildreth and Crypto Nick and who was the other one? Craig Grant, who's essentially Trevon James 2. But look at BitConnect today, $9. Last night this was $30. Now it's $9. Now, one of the things that Trevon James was saying yesterday is, because I commented on his stream after I finished my stream, and I said, what about, because he was saying, oh, it's not my responsibility, it's your responsibility. You're the ones that got involved in BitConnect. Even though I persuaded you really hard, even though I showed you all of my many, many Bitcoins, which I achieved with BitConnect, it's still your fault. So, I said something to him, what about all the people that you screwed out of money? And he said, well, guess what, idiot? You can actually get a refund off BitConnect. Well, you know what? Today, I went into my wallet or whatever, and I've got 7 BitConnect tokens, which were once upon a time worth about $2.5 grand. Now they're worth diddly squat. So it says here, this is how to get a refund, basically. BitConnect coin, they're offering to buy it for about $196 per BitConnect token. Excellent, I think. So I tried to sell all, but sell BitConnect token, confirm, exchange is temporarily unavailable. So, or should I say exchange is temporary unavailable. So there you go. There you have it. They're not offering actual refunds. Anyway, so let's forget about BitConnect. Let's forget it. I had my moment last night. I may have taken it quite far, but I was, I saw it coming and it happened. So what's happening with the rest of the market? Well, essentially, the market cap now is at 428 billion. It has essentially lost half of the market cap in the last, week or week and a half. It's look, you can get Bitcoin for under $10,000 in UK money. That's about 7 grand. Now, I've got a load of fiat money that I just want to convert anyway into cryptocurrency, and I may consider doing that. But actually, today has been an incredible day for getting incredible deals. Ethereum was $1,300. Now it's $793. Ripple is under $1, having gone over $3. Bitcoin Cash. What has happened literally in the space of 2 days is that a month's worth of growth has been eradicated, erased, a whole month. This is where we were a month ago with a lot of these prices. You know, Bitcoin was about 12k this time last month. Bitcoin Cash was at 1200, and it really flew from that point, and now it's come back down again. So essentially, if you were in a position in January where you looked at cryptocurrency prices and thought, oh my bloody god, I missed the boat, now you've got another chance to get on the boat and start sailing your way to financial freedom. But people, is cryptocurrency over? Is the title of this live stream. Because so many people are saying, Superman, are you sure? Because I do my typical tweet where I say, you know, it's shopping day, and people, and now I've never had this before, and people are actually saying, Superman, are you sure? Are you sure it's not the end? You know, I think it's the end. I think it might be over this time. It's not. It's not. Look at what happened back in September. That was the biggest, the most depressing kind of crash, certainly in recent history. And what happened since that point? Bitcoin went from $2,800 to $20,000. It will come back. It does happen. But what also happens, what we're seeing is a reversal of what happened at the beginning of this month. Essentially, confidence breeds confidence. The more confidence there is in the market, the more people are buying, the more the prices skyrocket. And then what happens when the situation is flipped on its head, when the dynamic is flipped around completely, you have fear breeding fear, which means that, you know, you have this initial, you know, you've got the South Korea FUD, then you've got the China FUD. And then what happens is that it just breeds more fear and more fear. So what has started off as a problem with, you know, with these two FUDs has now created a domino effect where it's knocking more and more dominoes down, more and more confidence is disappearing, and that is what's happening. But there will come a point where that dynamic turns back around, because that's what happens in cryptocurrency. This is just, you know, I think the reason why this has been such a major one is because so many new people have come into cryptocurrency. You know, the likes of Bittrex, Poloniex, Coinbase, even Binance. All of these platforms that have been used to taking on, you know, that are scaled to take on tons of people, they can't take on new people. They can't deal with the volume. And this has a negative effect when it comes to cryptocurrency prices plummeting, because there's now more people that have recently entered the space that are easily scared off. But what this means is that it leaves the cheap cryptocurrencies for the likes of me, for the ones that like to buy cryptocurrencies cheap, that missed out on certain boats and want to catch that boat again or train again or whatever. All right, so that is the state of play. Because today, look at the prices. You know, Cardano, 44 cents, this went over $1. Litecoin, this was well over $300, now back down to under $150. Neo, which was doing really well yesterday despite the market crash, is now under $100. IOTA has gone below $2. You know, Dash is $625 a Dash. I could essentially get a masternode now for $625,000, where previously I'd have to pay $1.6 million. A month ago or a few weeks ago. So look, this dead cheap. EOS, $7.88. Tron, that has just exploded in people's faces, basically. I did kind of say that it wasn't anything special, but it had a massive hype train behind it. Icon has wiped out a month of growth. It's now at just over $5. Rayblocks, which I thought was massively overhyped, is now at $11. Omis Go it was $25, $28 or so. Now $12.50. I mean, are you seeing what I'm seeing? VeChain, this went to $6 and now it's $3.51. Verge has wiped out a month of growth. There's so many places now that you can now get started in. I want Steam to really plummet. Please plummet, Steam. I want to get back. I was going to say get back into you, but that is too sexually suggestive, really, for this time of the day. Dragon Chain's gone right down. Electronium's gone right back to 8 cents. This is where it was a month ago. It's cancelled out all of that growth. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Opportunity. Don't look at this as seeing red, bleeding, arteries exploding, severed aorta valves. Don't see that. This is shopping. This is opportunity. Ethos. This was at $6 earlier. Now $4.77. Unbelievable. Walton was $30 the other. $34. It's now $14. I'm salivating. This is amazing. This is the best thing that you'll see. And there are other ones. There are other ones outside. Look, Substratum was $3 flipping. Now it's 87 cents. 10x went to over $5. $1.87. This is amazing. This is accumulation. This is working time. I said this to you in September, and if you'd have listened, and when the market bounced back, you'd have made a ton of money both on trading and investing. So, you know, or made a bigger position trading and investing. So are you seeing what I'm saying here? This is amazing. This is exactly what people have been waiting for, peeps. So, you know, don't miss the boat again. This could drop, and if it continues to drop, accumulate more, accumulate more. You never know where the bottom is. You never know when it's going to get bought back up. There was once a time when Bitcoin was, you know, when I did a live stream during China FUD, when they were closing down exchanges live while I was online. And what happened is that it went down. It was before America woke up. Bitcoin went down to under $3,000, having been at $5,000. It went down to under $3,000. And I said two things are going to happen. One of two things will happen. Either America will buy it up, or this will tank even more because America will see it and panic. What happened? It got bought up by the whales instantaneously. It went up from $2,800 to about $4,000 in the space of hours. And you never know when the bottom's going to come. And this is the sign of a crash because a lot of cryptocurrencies are now losing 60%. And I mean 60%, when I look at, you know, Fibonacci retracement and looking for optimal trade entries, I trace it from 60% of the peak. A lot of these are achieving that 60%. You can get a position. People, don't worry. It's amazing what's happening right now. Don't be scared. It always bounces. Superman, are you doing a Trevon James? Are you promising an amazing future when actually what could happen is we could all get burnt? Well, no, I'm not doing that because this is a proven market. It's just disastrous at the moment because of the reasons I've said. So, that's that, peeps. So what's happened as a result of BitConnect? Because there are tons of great cryptocurrencies right now. Look at all of them. There are so many amazing opportunities, peeps. I can't even begin to start. Yesterday I gave you 5 great coins, which I hope that you looked at. But there's just more. App coins was $2.40. It's now nearly $1. You can nearly get it better than ICO price. This is just ridiculous. It's just so exciting. It's just so exciting, peeps. And I just can't deal with the excitement. So let's see what's happened to some of the lending companies. So FLend, this was one of the biggies. This went to 20 cents. This was, I think, 1 cent at ICO, and then it went up to 20 cents. That's lost a shite load of value. Let's see what else. Remember to smash up the likes, by the way, peeps. Smash them up. Help this stream go viral. Lend Connect, $5.36, having gone over $40. Are you seeing this? Amazing. This is what's happened. This is that everybody's lost confidence, massive confidence in lending cryptocurrencies. Right, let's go away a bit from the old cryptocurrency and established coins. Let's go away from the ones that have already been around for a while. Today, I am going to bring you my analysis on a potentially hot ICO. That is for you to deduce, having seen my review. So I'm going to open this out now because I like interacting with you peeps. I love you guys for watching, so let me know what you think that is. What do you think I'm going to be doing? What do you think I'm going to be presenting on ICO-wise? Ripple is dead. Hot damn. Going lower. Nice. It's great. It's great, peeps. Amazing. Markspace, Titanium, Current, WePower, Current, WePower, Current, WePower, Gems, Titanium, WePower. Ah, so many guesses. and many of you are right. Today, I am going to be reviewing a competitor to a cryptocurrency that I think has been one of the most disruptive, and this is following essentially in its footsteps. WePower. Okay, so this one has been mega hyped in the cryptocurrency community. So today I am going to give you my 2 cents on it. Okay, so let's do what I do savage crypto style. I am going to analyze this for positives, negatives, and give my final ratings. My rating system has completely changed. Okay, so let's now focus on an ICO, because this is not something that's currently losing value with every second. So what is WePower in a nutshell? WePower is essentially a green energy ecosystem. Okay, it's essentially green energy industry, how green energy is created, distributed, sold, invested in, acquired. This is a green energy ecosystem. Okay, so it's not limited literally to electricity, it's energy as a whole, and essentially renewable energy, clean green energy. Okay, that's naturally generated from natural sources like sunshine and wind, things like that. Okay, but nice wind, not horrible wind. You know what I mean? Anyway, so that is what WePower is, a green energy ecosystem. So let's now look at the positives of WePower. So, first and foremost, it allows green energy, that's what the GE is, green energy producers to sell directly to users and investors. Okay, so end users, people requiring energy, a lot like Power Ledger. Okay, so essentially it allows essentially for end users to buy electricity at the cheapest possible rate for their country, whether that's 1 cent, 1 penny, 1 peseta, I don't know, whatever. Essentially, you can buy it at the best possible rate. And what WePower is allowing essentially for green energy producers to sell directly to users and investors. And this is a system that's not organized, not efficient, not currently, globally available, not easy to get involved with. So for end users and investors wanting to buy the supply of electricity to sell on to others, then they can do that through the WePower ecosystem. So the token is essentially tokenized green energy. That's how they are badging it. So the token is essentially a way for the green energy producer to deliver energy at the best cost. So the token is used by the green energy producer to raise funds, to raise capital. It's essentially so that they get paid for producing the energy that they can then deliver for a certain amount. Okay, so however much that token receives in funding is what is exchanged for electricity at the time. So it's tokenized. It's a tokenized platform. So how is the blockchain used in this capacity? Essentially, it's for liquidity for the green energy producer so that they can get money from the platform, get money for doing this, get money from the actual smart contract system. Security, obviously, because of the blockchain, because this is where information is sent. This is where the green energy is acquired, and so there needs to be absolute certainty in the units that you're buying, the transaction amounts, and everything. So it's there for security because blockchains are untemperable, they're unhackable, they're unalterable. So that is why the blockchain is particularly useful. It's going to be a storage for transactions, like a database for the transactions happening with regards to the buying and selling of green energy. And of course, it's got a smart contract system. And the smart contract system relates to the tokenized element of WePower. Okay, so essentially, you are delivered what you invest. So you invest a certain amount, you get the delivery of that. Okay, so the smart contracts exist in this blockchain. So why is this a big impact why is this disruptive? Essentially, it's to grow, renewable energy, clean energy, green energy globally, okay? Because it's to organize it, it's to make it more efficient, it's to put it in one kind of ecosystem. A lot like what OneChain are doing with the financial system. They're looking to create one ecosystem that makes it easy for users and producers with regards to green energy. So it allows easier access to green energy, which at the moment, if you're wanting it, I don't live in a particularly green energy type of country because there's no sun here. There is a lot of wind though. But where would you go to buy green energy? It's not very well known. So these guys are looking to provide the answer to that solution, to that question or pain. So they're looking to provide and make this this planet an overall cleaner planet, an overall greener planet. It's like Captain Planet back in the 80s. So there are 2 tokens with regards to the WePower platform. Okay, there's the WPR, and this is essentially the token for holders, and also it's a token for auction access. And then there's another one which is KWH, and this is the unit. This is the unit token, okay? So this is more in relation to when you're buying and selling the units, okay? So WPR, if you're a holder of WPR, so essentially if you get involved in this ICO and as a result hold WPR, there are holder benefits, okay? So those benefits is that 0.9% of the transactions are distributed to the holders, okay? So there is a dividend payout, I suppose, for holders. So this encourages holding. That's always a good thing. Plus, you get auction access. You may not see this because my face may be slightly covering this aspect, but you get auction access. So you can buy at auctions. Okay, you can buy the electricity at auctions. You can buy it at the best price because you can have priority access having this token. Okay, so it's a utility token essentially, but also is a dividend token. So anyway, carrying on. What else is positive? They've got partnerships, global partnerships, okay? So they are starting firstly in Estonia. They are starting with, I suppose, piloting the scheme. And then they're going to be going around, they're going to be going global, okay? They're going to be going around Europe, Australia. So they've got partnerships to facilitate it, global partnerships. So both with energy companies like Elegy, cryptocurrencies, like Bancor and blockchain kind of expert companies as well. So they're fostering relationships and have partnerships with companies that facilitate them both on a expertise aspect and also from a cryptocurrency aspect. So that kind of covers all bases. Their CTO and CEO are industry experts. They've both worked either in utilities or social solar energy or green energy. And both in different ways. Okay, so the CEO has been involved in the buying and selling. The CTO has been involved in a more technical capacity, but they're both from the industry. So that's good because when you're looking at the management, you are looking for people that can essentially make the vision a reality. And if you've got industry experts, that's more likely. The token price, based on the price of Ethereum, and it may have even gone down actually. I did this when the price of Ethereum was about $815, and it's gone down, I think. So it's probably even cheaper than this. So for ICOs, the price of Ethereum right now is golden. But anyway, so the token price based on $815 for an Ethereum is 17 cents to 20 cents. This is probably lower now. It's probably about 15 to 16 cents. Okay, so it's kind of a cheap token price, so that's good. So you can get quite a lot for your money. Social media wise, so when it comes to community, and community is a big thing when it comes to, right, once this hits the exchange, what is the support level likely to be when people start flipping this? Because there will be people that flip an ICO, they buy into it for the gains, and then once it hits 10 times, 10x or whatever, then people are going to sell out. So will it have support, essentially? That's why I look at community. And they've got quite a big community. 31,000 in Telegram. Huge community in Telegram. 17.6 thousand on Twitter. 14,000 on Facebook. So essentially, considering the overlap, this is around about 40,000 individuals. 45,000 individuals, which is insane, really. Quite a huge community. So it does kind of make you wonder. I do see this a lot around, but those are huge numbers for something that's not established, that's not had a lot of time to get much of a community. So 45,000 people, it's a great thing, but also does make you kind of wonder if they're all real. Hopefully they are. Anyway, so roadmap. So they are launching the platform in March. And then there's going to be European expansion. So they're going to be doing Estonia. They're going to be doing Australia. They're going to be doing Spain, Portugal, Germany. And they are going to be continuing the product. And they say something about a virtual power plant or something in around about 2019. So it's a long roadmap that takes you completely through 2018 through to 2019. So when it comes to kind of long-term investing, a long roadmap is what you look for continuous bursts of value. So, what are you thinking of WePower right now? Has WePower got the power? Well, let's have a look at the negatives so that I can get a proper evaluation from you. So, what are the negatives of WePower? Number one, the token supply is not revealed on the white paper. Okay, so this, I think I mentioned this not long ago when I very briefly spoke about WePower. On their white paper, they said that the market dictates the supply. Okay, that's what they put. So the token supply has not been revealed. So normally when you look in a white paper, you know exactly what the supply will be because you can calculate the market cap, or at least calculate the future market cap. You also know if the token price is cheap in relation to the token supply. So if you've got 5 billion tokens, then you look for much cheaper tokens. Okay. However, if you've got like 100 million or 50 million tokens, then you'll probably be paying, you know, over $1, sometimes even $10 for a token. Okay, so you need to look, you need to be able to know the token supply to see whether you are actually investing in something cheap or something expensive. Now, Power Ledger has a very similar tokenized system, but only really related to electricity. And Power Ledger that shouldn't be 1 million, that should be 1 billion. So apologies. So Power Ledger was 1 billion supply. All right. And that's just electricity. So as far as I'm concerned, WePower could be 5 billion, 10 billion. It could even be 500 million, but I don't know because they haven't put it. And that, in my opinion, is a big no-no because I want to know what the supply is. I want to know how investable this is. And I don't know that unless the token supply is actually revealed. So it's a big no-no. It's a big red flag, in my opinion, because you don't really know how, you know, the token price that you're getting involved in, how that relates in context to the token supply. So, big no-no for me. Number two, now this is something which is quite deceiving. I don't fully know the facts, but I have gone on LinkedIn to corroborate this information. So, looking at the team, there are 25 people listed in the team. Okay, so if you look on who are the people behind WePower, there are 20 pictures, 20 profiles, okay? That gives you the impression that it's got large breadth, large expertise in this industry. They have got sales and marketing, they've got investments, they've got partners, they've got community, they have got finances, they've got a lot of bases covered, but when I actually looked on LinkedIn, most of them are either consultants or advisors, and then the management team and a few kind of admin people are the actual core team. Okay, so that leads me to think that in terms of actual core team expertise, there's no superstars. There's no breadth within the actual core employed team. And it's quite deceiving because it makes you think that there is a lot of experience because there's so many in the team, but most are consultants and advisors. And I looked on each and every one of them's LinkedIn, and only the kind of junior people and the senior management had WePower. The rest were consultants and advisors that had their own businesses, that worked for other companies, that are there on an advisory basis for WePower. So the team isn't necessarily as big as they make you think, and that again is a massive no-no. When it comes to teams are like one of the most important things that I look for in a cryptocurrency, because that is the ability to achieve a vision. And the core team is actually small, and the rest of them already have other business interests and are employed just on an advisory or consultancy basis, and that makes it weak in my opinion. It's not 100% unique. There's Power Ledger, there's Sun Contract, there's KWH Coin, which John McAfee is kind of backing. So that gives you an indication of the market they are competing in. They're not 100% unique. They haven't got first mover advantage. They aren't fundamentally special because there are other people already existing in this space, the green energy / renewable energy space, that is making it much harder to stand out, much harder to be better than. So although this is competition, it's not 100% unique. Something that worries me a little bit about WePower is the growth of the community. Now, and also what the community is saying. I don't necessarily think the community are massively behind green energy. I think the community are people just chasing an ICO, personally, because there doesn't appear to be much substance behind the people that are actually, the people that I've certainly seen that have been shouting, "We power, we power." They don't actually know what it's about. Okay, so it makes me think that this is all built up via hype marketing, like growth hacking, basically. A lot like what Electronium did. They did that very successfully. There were a large amount of people that were very interested in Electronium. They were hyping it because they really wanted it to succeed over actually what it is, what they're investing in, and really just looking to make a profit. So I compare this hype marketing growth kind of to Electronium and Indahash, both of which I disagree with because it's kind of like an artificial community. It's not a community that strongly believe in it and strongly support it, but it's just artificial. They're there for the gains. Also, what I have noticed with WePower is they are tagging Power Ledger onto a lot of their videos. How we're different from Power Ledger, what's different about Power Ledger this, Power Ledger that. It's almost like they're tagging onto Power Ledger to give them a sense of credibility. And that is like, that's, in my opinion, not credible. Because what they're doing is they're just latching on to the fame, I suppose, of Power Ledger, because it's in a very similar industry, and they're trying to kind of give the impression they're very, very similar, but also a market leader. So I think it's kind of cheating. If Power Ledger weren't around, they'd have nothing to latch onto, and therefore nothing to kind of build an artificial value on. So quite harsh, but true, I think, in my opinion. But only my opinion. Yours may differ. And also there's no product, okay? So Power Ledger, they've got products, they've got clients, they've already started this microgrid transactions, but with WePower, there's nothing at the moment. There's nothing at all. They've got these partnerships, there's no product, okay? It's nothing. It's just basically on the promise of a product and what that product brings to the industry, essentially. So so with all of these things considered, it's looking like the negatives almost outweigh the positives. Something else also is that WePower actually did have an initial sale back in October. Not many people know about. They had an initial sale that flopped. They managed to get 3 million out of it, and then they kind of closed it. And I think that 3 million may have been used to fund the hype marketing, to fund the kind of viral growth. So maybe unfair, maybe wrong, but that's just my kind of logic. So with all that in mind, let's go to the final ratings. So this is an ICO that goes live on the 1st of February. So this is my opinion on it. So ratings wise, team 3 stars. I give it 3 stars. To be honest, I think that's quite generous because the team is not as breadthy, as big as it gives you the impression of, both in the white paper and on the website. Okay, so I give it a 3 stars because it lacks the superstars, it lacks the breadth, and really I think that they need more on the team side in order to be a real Power Ledger competitor, because Power Ledger do have superstars with over 20 years experience, for instance. Project-wise, there's no actual product. Okay, but I love the green energy. I love the renewables. This is why I love Power Ledger. I love Power Ledger because it's going to take power away from the utility business, power away from these big energy companies, putting it in the hands of the actual producers and the users. Okay, so I love the project itself. So project nature, I give 5 stars. Product itself, I give kind of 1.5 stars because there's no actual product at the moment. So meeting in the middle, that's 3 stars. That means overall, it's a 3-star rating out of 5, which is good. 3.5 is very good. 4 is excellent, and then 5 is exceptional, almost to the moon exceptional. So I'm giving this a 3. It's a good project, but in my opinion, doesn't kind of set the world on fire. So with that in mind, am I investing? No, I'm not going to be investing in this. It could be a good ICO flip. To be honest, if you're looking at strategies, this is both good short and long. Okay, so this is both good for short and long in my opinion. This will be good for flipping because there's a huge amount of interest in it. A huge amount. I mean, there's lots of people that know of the name and are ready to get involved. If you have a look on their splash screen, I think there's about 120,000 that are waiting for this, for the sale to go live. So essentially, this could be a good one to flip. On the other side of it, given that they've got quite a long roadmap, this could be good for long-term investing and seeing how they kind of, see how they compete against Power Ledger. This could be an interesting one. It's a little bit like Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum and EOS, and Ethereum and Cardano. Could be good to see Power Ledger versus versus WePower. But to be honest, I think kind of Power Ledger blows them out of the water in my personal opinion. But it'd be probably good to invest in them just to see how they kind of do. So that is my final rating on WePower, peeps. So I'm going to do what I always do. Quick show of hands. Let me know, what do you think of WeContract? Yes or no? Yes or no? Let me see what you guys are saying. WePower need to hire the Big Connect. No. No, no. Yes. No, 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 nope. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Loads of flipping no's. There are a few yeses. Keep on going, keep on going. No, 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 no. Flipping out. Have I just sunk WePower? I don't know. So anyway, look. 127,000, nearly 128,000 people are waiting for the WePower token sale. You can still actually register for the ICO and be part of the whitelist, I think. I've not even tried, so I don't know. Anyway, minimum contribution. I didn't even see this. Minimum contribution, 200 USD. To be honest, I guess if you're going to invest, you may as well make it worth it. Yeah, anyway, so let's just go down and have a look at this team, okay? So let me just show you. There's all this bump, so you can read all that if you want. Nice roadmap. I do like the roadmap. So here's the team. So these three definitely work for WePower, okay? But then you've got advisor, advisor, advisor. Expert, expert, expert. This one I don't know. He doesn't have a LinkedIn. But these guys certainly don't work for them. These guys don't work for them. Okay, none of these guys, looking at their LinkedIns, none of them work for them. So this guy's marketing and sales. I don't think I looked at this guy, actually. I might have looked at everybody else. Let me just have a look and see if this guy does work for them, because he might. He does sales and marketing. Do they have a sales and marketing team? Come on, come on. So advisor at WePower Network. So again, like I said, he's just an advisor. He doesn't directly work for them. He's not within the core team. So when you've got an outsourced marketing and salesperson, do you see what I mean? It's just not credible. Investments. All the people that have investments, they don't work for Power Ledger. Okay, so I think they're just dealing with the investment side of the business. This smart contracts consultant. Again, I don't believe he works for them. Smart contract developer and consultant. Don't believe he works for them. I've checked everybody else. I've checked everybody on this. And literally, the two at the bottom and the three at the top do work for Power Ledger. Okay, so he's developing blockchain and smart contracts at CryptoDus. Let's just have a look. Come on, come on. Betting ins. I've got 181 mutual. See, yeah, so smart contracts consultant. Again, a consultant. You see what I mean? So none of these are actual core team members. So this one, these two definitely work in the core team. This guy doesn't. He is a software engineer, but I think he's again contracted. So these two, and then the top three work for WePower. But in terms of everybody else, although it looks like an extensive list of people that are working for WePower, the rest they don't actually work for them. Only these two. Community manager and social media manager and the founding team, the CTO and CEO, they're the ones that are the actual core team. Okay. What else? What else is worth discussing? So I don't want to make this completely negative. So as you can see, energy companies and programs supporting WePower. So they've got, you know, the Estonian energy sector covered by Ellering. Startup Bootcamp together with Australian Energy. So that's where they're starting in Australia. They got their blockchain providers and technology providers. Okay, so Blockchain Labs for smart contracts, FinPass for the KYC. And then they've got Wings as a technology partner. And then these other two that I don't really know how they fit in contextually. But as most people wouldn't know, they did actually have a initial sale and only achieved 3 million in that public pre-sale. So nobody really knew about them. So I think that what they've done is they closed that sale to essentially fund the growth marketing campaign that's built WePower's community to what it is now. That's my personal opinion. So with all that in mind, I just don't consider them a credible ICO. That's why, although, you know, it's in a great industry, I love the industry, I'm just not sold on them. I've got to be honest, I'm not sold on them. Right, the market cap's gone up slightly. Ethereum has gone up slightly. So America are waking up now. There's going to be, I anticipate there's going to be, oh, look at Bitcoin Cash. That's gone up $200. So I anticipate there's going to be a bit of fighting. This always happens around the fear time. You've always got people that, oh, hold on. Somebody's just sent you a private FB message. I know you get many. I want to thank you for everything you do. Thank you very much, AJ. I appreciate that. Anyway, so this is what we're going to see. We are going to see America waking up and buying stuff up, but then we are also going to see fear counteracting it, and it is going to go down as well. So if you're thinking, I mean, look at Neo. It's gone back over $100. So if you're kind of thinking, to yourself, oh, you know, we're back. We're coming back to where we were. It may take a few days. It may take a few days of toing and froing, almost like a tug of war. But essentially, what will happen ultimately is that cryptocurrency will bounce back, peeps. Cryptocurrency will bounce back. So, any more questions? Clarify announced today that they have partnered with the most comprehensive and widely used ICO directory, ICO Alert. Yes, that is very true. I knew that they were bringing out Clarify today. Let me see you. Make sure you can actually see me. See, this is why I'm glad I've got a lamp now. Anyway, so yeah, so essentially, ClearPoll, which is what I consider to be revolutionary in the polling, voting industry, they have, wow, oh, that has sunk. Shit. Wow, that was $6 yesterday. What the hell? How has this sunk? So essentially, they have just announced a partnership with ICO Alert, which are an ICO... they're an ICO alert service. So essentially, when an ICO is coming out, they will tell you what are the ICOs coming up. So that is what ICO Alert is. So they have partnered up with them so that they can test out this Clarify to make sure that all of the ICOs that you invest in are properly verified. The smart contract address or the deposit address is properly verified, so you're not paying a dud website. So if you go on Google and you type an ICO in, typically the first result will be one of those scam links, okay, and you could be giving your money to somebody bad. So I like what they're doing here, but I think that is so unfair. $2.76. Shit. Thank you, CryptoCam. You're the man, Super. I owe you a beer or 20. Not bad. Like it. I've got a lifetime supply of beer, basically, from my fans. Thank you, fans. Love you guys. So, why is everybody saying Trevon James? The Trevon James. Is he here? Is Trevon James making an appearance in my live chat again? Is he not in a dark room on his own, shivering in a corner, saying, I must not go out, I must not go out? Oh, poor Trevon. Poor Trevon. Right, that's it, peeps. That is it for today's episode. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope it's given you a lot of optimism, because, guys, buy them. I told you, you don't know when the bottom is. When you see super low prices, don't hesitate. Buy. Buy. Baby, buy. Don't want to be a fool for you. Anyway, look at titanium. I will have a look at titanium another time. So, Mexico. So, that's it, peeps. That's it for today. Everything's going up. America's waking up. They're getting onto the exchanges and they're buying up. Substratum. Hey, 95 bloody cents, man. What's going on? Let's get it on. Power Ledger, 66%. I can't. Oh. Fiat burning a hole. I just want to buy. I am desperate to buy. Right, peeps, I'm going now because I'm desperate to buy. Hope you enjoyed today. I hope it makes you feel better. I hope it makes you feel there's light at the end of a dark tunnel. It always happens with crashes. Don't fear it, peeps. Don't fear it. This is where you build your resilience, peeps. This is where you realise just how strong you are and how strong the cryptocurrency market is. Don't let it down. Don't let yourself down. And ultimately, keep on investing, peeps. Hope that you've enjoyed today's episode of Savage Crash, Cash, Crypto. And I will see you next time. Thank you all for watching, peeps. I appreciate you all for being here. I love you all. Mwah. And I will see you next time. Till next time, peeps, it is lights out, all out.